Hello and welcome back to the channel, and look what's making a return, my BMW M4 CS. Now I've already done 2 videos on this thing, my first ever review on YouTube, and the second video I did was a 12-month ownership review, and we're still fresh-ish into 2024, and it's made me think because the used car market in the UK has taken the plunge, and I think this is the best value M car you can buy, which I'll explain in this video. I'm Max Aftavani and welcome to Driven Cars. Firstly, I'm going to tell you how much I paid for this car. £52,000 back in August 2022, and that was in the height of the COVID boom. Used car prices were probably at their height. And I've just recently had this valued. I'm not looking to sell it, by the way, but I just thought I'd do it for this video. Trade price around £38,000. So I'd like to say privately, I'd stick it up for £42,000, £10,000 loss, but whatever. I didn't buy this car to make money on. But anyway, if you're in the market to buy this car right now, I think it's the perfect time to buy because I don't see them losing too much from what they already are. But who am I to say? BMW have just literally brought out their LCI M4, so they might bring out an LCI M4 CS because as it stands, this is the only M4 CS they've made. But I think it's a lot of car for the money, and I absolutely love it, and it's perfect for somebody like me, and here's why. You get carbon ceramic brakes. Now believe it or not, carbon ceramic brakes were actually an optional extra on the M4 CS, but I think they should have come standard. But there's such an upgrade from the standard steel brakes, because I think that's one pain point about the M4s with the steel brakes. They're just not good enough, and it just lets the car down. And the performance these brakes give me, the confidence, is just unreal. For the likes of myself, does the occasional track day, European tours, they just do not fade one bit. Oh, and another good thing, hardly any brake dust. Hardly have to clean your wheels. Really good. You also got a nice little power upgrade as well. 10 horsepower more than the standard M4 competition, but you also got 50 more Newton meters of torque, which a lot of people forget about. So the power output on the M4 CS is 454 horsepower and 600 Newton meters of torque, and the whole car is actually 30 kilograms lighter than the M4 competition, not with me in it. Anyway, now the standard M4 got a 155 miles per hour limiter, unless you tune it, whatever, I'm not into it. All CS cars get something called M driver's package as standard, which ups the limiter from 155 all the way to 174 miles per hour. Now, it's not any use in the UK, but it is when you do tours in Germany on the Autobahn and you want to stretch its legs, because believe it or not, you get to that 155 miles per hour limiter really, really quickly. So just to have that buffer to go up to 174 is a big thing. Anyway, BMW say it'll do 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds. So let's launch my old car. Come on. Now this will be the first time I've ever launched my car, but I have to say the launch control on these S55s just sound unreal. Just listen to this. Right, 3.9 is claimed. Let's see what you got, BMW. Okay, what was it? 4.03. Not bad. 4S's, so which helps. I might have got a bit of heat in them. Let's try once more. Okay, run number 2. Nah. 4.19. It's just not gripping at all. Anyway, that's pretty quick. I'm happy with that. Back to the review. Yes, I could go and buy a brand new M3/4, but what will I be gaining? Yes, I'll be gaining a lot in terms of technology, but they're nowhere near as exclusive as this. But I'll be explaining more of why I haven't upgraded to the M3/4 later on in this video. But just look at it, it just looks so beautiful. How can I part with a car that looks as good as this? But I'm bored of talking, let's get out onto the road. Before we get onto the road, there's a few things that this car doesn't like. It doesn't like driving for the first 5 minutes, but for anyone who owns an M4, you'll understand that the DCT gearbox is so clunky in the first 5 minutes until it gets a bit of heat in. And the other thing is the valve. So if I go to start the car now, and say go to put it in sport mode, yeah, the valves don't work until 5 minutes after. Don't know, it has some sort of personality, but you kind of have to respect it as you start to get older. This is 6 years old this year. Anyway, let's go. So whilst we're on the road, I'm going to explain to you why you should buy one. Yes, I understand £42,000 is a lot of money for a car, and no, it's not the rarest F82 M4 you can buy. You can buy the M4 GTS. That's double the price. Is it double the car? I don't think it is. In actual fact, it's half the car. The M4 CS gives you 4 seats. The M4 GTS gives you 2 seats. There's one for you. Yes, okay, there's only 700 units worldwide of the M4 GTS, but the M4 CS isn't that far behind it. BMW produced around 2,500 units worldwide. Narrow that down to the UK, only 177 made it to these shores. Yes, so if you see one, take a picture. I think the OG N55 M2 is a great package, and it has been for a while now, but what you get here is unmatched. The road presence, the exclusivity, and it just turns heads a lot more, because as soon as people notice it's a CS, they get their phones out and they take a picture. Oh, and another thing, the M4 CS gets a proper M engine, so it sounds like an M car. What's it like to go on a tour? It's great. I've got my little storage down here for my passport. That's the perfect place to put it. Yes, you do struggle at times for storage. You've got no central armrest and a little cubby hole down there, and door pockets. Yes, obviously, as you can see, this does not have door pockets, and I will admit, at times, I do miss them. But I just glance at the door straps, and straight away, you're forgiven. Now, if you plan to buy one to daily, which I wouldn't advise because I don't daily mine, but if you really wanted to, you'll be glad to know the seats are really comfortable, they're heated, memory seats as well, no armrest, but that's fine. But I just think, if you're going to have something as special as this, you appreciate it more when you drive it less. No, you honestly don't. As most cars, really. You know, when you're going to have something as special as an M4 CS, get it out on the weekend. It's something to look forward to when you're working in the week, trust me. But I have to say, I'm in a fortunate position to drive all these amazing cars on the channel. But coming back to the M4 CS, you kind of realise how good this car is. BMW just smashed it. The car feels old school, it feels analog, it feels like you're in control. And the new M3, M4 just looks an amazing package for what you get, and I've heard so many good things about that car. I haven't driven that car, and I think I'd change my mind if I did, because I just hear too many good things. But if I did change to the new G80 or G82 M cars, I think short term I'd love it. But if I was to be honest, I think long term I'd regret it. I really would. Honestly, I think that would be the story. And yes, I know the new M3/4 is a massive step forward in terms of technology, infotainment. It looks unreal inside. But for me, it's another reason why you should buy this car. Simplicity. It has buttons. These are now becoming a thing of the past, because I absolutely hate going onto the screen, going to a different sub-menu to change what temperature you want, and all the climate control and all the fan speeds, whatever. This is a no bullshit type of car. It does the job, and it does it awesome. But this car is over 5 years old now, meaning I only pay £150 per year for road tax. Servicing costs me around £300 a year. That was last year. That was for a minor service. Major service is around £900. It's quite expensive, but that's done at BMW. I think if you're going to own a car like this, have the servicing done at your main dealer, because it's peace of mind. If you ever come to sell the car, it helps knowing that it helps the dealer know that you've had this car serviced at its main dealer. The main dealer stamp for me is a big thing. It really is. So in terms of ownership, it really hasn't been that bad at all. And I'm always one to always look, what's next, and I still do. It's only natural for a car enthusiast to look at different cars. But I can hand on heart say, I think the price point the M4 CS is in, I don't think you can beat it. It's just, this car reminds you that it's not all about horsepower, it's not all about the fastest times, it's all about the perfect recipe. And the M4 CS is just, it's just a great example of that. It really is. It's just the right amount of power mixed with handling. And honestly, I don't think I'm ever going to sell this car, honestly. And if you're thinking of buying it because it's got a CS badge and it's got a good chance of going up in value in the future, don't buy it for that reason. Buy it to enjoy. It's going to take absolutely ages for this car to go up in value. I honestly think that. And I've paid £52,000 for it. Yes, it's worth 42, so say £10,000. I've had £10,000 worth of fun in my ownership. And if I get £52,000 for it back in the future, great, free motoring. And if I make on it, well then that's a win-win. But honestly, who cares? You've had X amount of fun. But I think I can now confirm I'm done with my modifications. Okay, if I come across a cheap set of carbon fibre wing mirrors, I may make the purchase. The latest modification I've done is the Millway Top Mounts from Tuned UK. That increases the negative camber, and the turn-in of this car just changes completely. The driving experience just takes it to a new level. So I highly recommend Millway Top Mounts for the drive and feel of your M4, 100%. Another thing is a Tom Wrigley Performance single mid-pipe with an M Performance back box. So it sounds like this. Oh yeah, that's just what this car needs. It just needs to be brought alive, and speak to Tom about that. He just brings the car so alive, so free flowing, so free revving. Yeah, that's the sweet spot for me. But anyway, I'd like to thank you for watching my my quick update on my M4 CS. And if you're thinking of buying one, just do it. Trust me, you will appreciate it so much. I came from a BMW M5 F90 competition, and that's a great car. I love that car. I do miss that car, but when you drive this, it's a whole new dimension. It's just the experience, the driving feel is just a new level. So thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Click that subscribe button. Please click that subscribe button, because we are edging closer to 10,000 subscribers. Thanks guys, we'll see you soon. Cheers.